Okay, hi. Welcome to Tarot by Naveen. It's great to have you here. I hope the reading is beneficial for you. Please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and also consider becoming a Patreon member. It really does help the growth and development of the channel. Okay, let's get into your reading. Okay, Taurus, this is a new segment I'm trying out, and is this upside down? Okay, I started upside down, but anyway, I'll fix it. Taurus, this is a new segment, so it's an analysis. So we're going to be doing a Taurus analysis, or forensic analysis, that is, whereby we're not going to be focusing too much on your external energies, such as, your living environment perhaps, or your family or friends, or career or love, or something like that, or externally that may involve other people or other institutions per se. We're going to be focusing more so on you internally, you yourself, like in the solo aspects of who you are, and that can cover anywhere like into your mindset, your creativity. It could cover your physical body. It could cover um, your strengths, like what you may need to be aware of, or maybe your weaknesses, which you need to improve upon, or something like that. It is that inner inner dynamic of yourself, not the external world, but your internal world, basically. Okay, if you do like this forensic analysis, and the time frame is going to be for um, May the 18th to June the 5th of 2026. If you do like this, if it is beneficial for you and you want me to continue doing the forensic analysis, please leave a comment and let me know. Please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really does help the growth of the and development of the channel, as well as please consider becoming a Patreon member. That is an amazing way to help support the growth and development of the channel. I am trying to also create more of a bank of readings in the Patreon channel, so you can see early viewings. So, for example, if the next readings of the general reading or the bonus reading or even the forensic readings and other things I want to do, they could have already been posted to the Patreon page, and you would have had extra readings beforehand, before the date of their release on YouTube. So that's what I'm trying to do as well. So it's a lot of advantages I'm trying to build towards why you should also strongly consider becoming a Patreon member. Okay, with the forensic reading, these are the tarot cards over here. We're going to have your Kipper, your Angel Oracle, and we're going to have the Literary Oracle, which I'll read a part of the book regarding that. But at the same time, we're going to have this key card here, which is like the overarching energy of things. And I'm going to give you my intuitive interpretation, of course, but also we're going to learn together, and we're going to look at the original aspect of that card. Okay, so you can have more discernment on what the universe is trying to share with you. Okay, Taurus, let us get into your forensic analysis. Let's see what's going on. And we have, okay, the Nine of Swords. Wow. So, Taurus, at this time, it's very clear that you're having some internal battles, some internal struggles. For some of you, you really feel that like it's your responsibility to take on certain challenges or certain stressors. And I sense for some of you, you could be parental in certain cases, um, whereby you're kind of shielding your child or maybe your loved one or something like that, and it is burdensome to you. It may be taking more resources than you really can manage, or maybe more time than you really can dedicate to, or whatever the situation is. And I'm also sensing, because you're doing that, certain aspects of them may become too dependent on you, and they may not necessarily learn to navigate certain troubled waters for themselves. um, it's almost like you're interceding on certain people's pathways where it's meant for their growth. Certain aspects of challenge is meant for their growth. And even though you may love them on certain respects, and you may very well, it may be fine with helping them in certain respects, but not necessarily doing everything for them, or not necessarily giving them all the answers right up front. uh, there's an aspect here coming through whereby you may love too much, or you may really love certain aspects of, which is fine, structure, order, stability in certain respects. And you may even have the means to impart that aspect to others as well. But that's not for you to do holistically in certain respects. You'll know where this, gravitates for you or resonates for you. Because some of you, it's not like children. It could be family or friends, or it could be a significant other or something like that. But you cannot. The advice is coming through. It's like you cannot run yourself ragged. You cannot continue to burden yourself and create a level of stress in your life, your mind, and your body, and in your heart. I sense for some of you, to your detriment, because if you allow yourself to be discombobulated, or if you allow your foundations to be compromised, and should you fall or should something happen, then not only are you no good to yourself, you're not good for anyone really to help in anything, especially if no other person per se has gotten the chance to fortify their own foundations. You'll know where this resonates with you, because I know it's also a bit more complicated when it comes to children. But you have to use a certain discernment in this. So what's coming through is that you really are loving too much. You're taking too much stress on. You're worrying too much, and so many things, so many responsibilities aren't even yours, and you really need to give more time to further establishing yourself, further building yourself. You have to make certain boundaries. I hear with some people. Okay. It may come across as harsh to some people. They may have been very accustomed and used to you always coming and saving the day, but you can't keep doing that. Okay, Taurus, you really need to use discernment in navigating this. All these responsibilities, all these burdens, all of these things, everything that is important does not mean that you have to be directly involved in it. Does not mean that it doesn't mean that it's your problem. Okay? So let's see what else is happening for you, Taurus. What else would the universe want to say? And we have, yeah, see the Page of Cups. This is coming through as you feeding yourself, feeding your joy, really working on your dream, really working on what brings you happiness, what brings you peace. The Page of Cups, this is someone who's going into and finding their own peace, finding their own security. They're getting what really uplifts them, what gives them joy, what gets them awake in the morning with a smile on their face. And in certain cases, it's almost unbelievable, this bliss that they can feel. And you can feel that once you make some adjustments in your life, okay? Because the universe wants to make you feel light, wants to make you feel happy and cheerful, and on so many ways, and comforted without like stress or baggages of sorts. Okay, because this will for you what I'm hearing is to think clearer, to manage your true dreams better, because certain things here you think are your dreams, or you think are your responsibilities, they are not. Okay, Taurus, you need to be about further establishing your dreams. Okay, with the Page of Cups. So let's see what else is happening. And we have, yeah, literally what I just finished saying. This is where the universe is trying to give you the advice. Okay, so you can go and do this. The Six of Pentacles is someone who's putting things into perspective. You're putting these responsibilities into perspective in a mature and rational way. This is your time management. This is your finances. If this is for savings, this is for savings. If this is for the bills, this is for the bills. If this is for X, Y, and Z, this is for X, Y, and Z. This is time management. Not everybody can necessarily be coming into your court. Your time is precious, your time is quality. This is setting up a firm and reasonable foundation, security for yourself. Okay, and that could be with your children, that could be your friends, that could be with a business investment, whatever the situation is. But this is putting order to chaos. This is putting order to resources. Okay, so that you can truly build on something pragmatic on so many levels, on stability. Okay, and really orchestrating what needs your focus. Okay, what needs your attention for growth. Okay, so literally it goes hand in hand and all that. It's amazing. That's literally just like the storybook. Let's see what your Kipper has to say. And we have, yep, main female. I literally just finished saying that. It's really coming through like Page of Cups right there. You need to focus on you. Okay, there's too many responsibilities that you're navigating, and they're not yours. Or you need to kind of adjust them. Okay, and something just came through with the universe. It's a very simple example. It's very simple. For example, if you're a parent, for example, and you tell your child to clean their room, they didn't clean their room. They still went on to play games or something like that, and then you just took it upon yourself. They didn't clean their room again, and then you go and you clean their room, and it takes away your time and your strength. I'm like, the universe saying, no, you have to parent your child and tell them stop the games or whatever. You're not going to play any games or anything like that until this room is clean. And you can even help them with a time management or expectation, depending on the child, depending on the situation. Perhaps you can help them in certain respects of starting to clean the room and seeing how to clean it. Manage a little bit of the cleaning with them, but don't clean all of it with them. Get the ball rolling, and that just depends on the child, on the circumstance. But you cannot do all of that all the time. If they're of a certain age or whatever, they need to learn these responsibilities. Okay, so that's what you need to, because it frees you to further other things along. And you know what's funny? When you free yourself to really further pursue your peace, your happiness, and all this kind of stuff on so many levels, and growing yourself and developing yourself, inadvertently these loved ones will also gain from your prosperity. But right now, if you're taking a lot on and they're at a detriment, not learning anything or developing, it helps no one. Later on, everybody might be worse off than you would if you would just set certain reasonable boundaries and goals. Okay, so let's see what your angel message has to say. And we have abundance. Yes. Oh my goodness. The universe is trying to get you like that lightheartedness, that bringing into what you want to do, those passions, those like furthering yourself along, focusing on yourself, really having the opportunity to manage and increase and maintain and fortify and build. There's so much more the universe wants to bring towards you. Okay, but you need to be free enough to further receive this abundance that wants to develop. Your resources can't be all over the place and expect to manage this abundance that's coming in. Okay, and it is coming, but the universe is trying to prepare you for this. Okay, so let's take a look at your literary oracle, and we have, wow. That is so funny. It's almost like a mother with a child. Community. Oh my gosh. I remember what I told you. Like, it could be your family, friends, or something like that. It could be whatever, but it also could be your loved ones, children, whatever. You know, but my goodness, that's hilarious. So let's see what the literary oracle has to say about community. That's number 47. Number 47. Let's go. Number 47. Almost there. Okay. Number 47. Here we go. Community. Connection, belonging, togetherness. And your guidance is, you are being reminded of the importance of community and the strength that comes from your connections with others. Reach out to your support system or actively create one. knowing that we are all stronger together. Take time to find and foster the connections that form your community. And your affirmation is, I am supported by my community and I give back to those who uplift me. And I'll let you read the literary part here of the story. You can read that on your own time. Okay, so that also brings into why I was feeling here, depending on the child for some of you. You may need to do certain things with them. Maybe for some of you, you're taking on way too much and you're not asking for help. That could be another thing. Okay, you don't need to do certain things alone because some things just they're beyond you or they're taking too much from you building yourself so that you can further foster your growth and momentum that will affect everyone in the best possible way. Maybe you need to consider asking for help to help in these other responsibilities that are technically a lot of them aren't even yours. Okay, so you'll know where you fall into that, but that makes perfect sense with the community. So let us get into your key card. Let's see what your key card has to say. And your key card is, wow, Eight of Wands. Literally, which we finished saying, the community and in relation to the Nine of Swords. So the Eight of Wands is communicating fast, communicating with passion. This is messages coming in. This is talking back and forth, trying to get certain things done, trying to get certain things together, opportunities coming your way, whatever the situation is. Okay, so that's the discerning understanding that I got from it. And that makes sense, especially when you need to continue focusing on your growth and your momentum. You may need more time given back to you so that you can be free to do this. Okay, so you really need to look at these responsibilities that you're taking on too much. That's keeping you bound and not being able to be more free with your focuses that you should be on. So let's see what the Eight of Wands has to say in the book. And I'm thinking the Eight of Wands should be somewhere. Oh, wait, there it is. There it is. Hold on, I just passed it. There we go. Eight of Wands. Okay. Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands depicts a dramatic image of eight wands flying across the sky, passing over the peaceful countryside below. This card represents the need to get up and do something. It's a time for new beginnings and activities. It indicates the end of a period of delay or stagnation and the beginning of initiative and action. A busy and exciting time lies ahead, indicating travel and relocation. Let's turn the page. And the upright meaning of it is sudden movement or air travel. A new geographical location is indicated. New developments of situation which were stagnant before. And I won't read the reversals, but that is what's coming through with the Eight of Wands. So yeah, you may really need to focus on not taking on all these responsibilities because you really need to free yourself with what's about to happen or what is currently happening. There's a lot that's going to be coming up in your world, especially this abundance card. Okay, so really manage your time, manage your resources, manage yourself like rationally with what's you should be involved in. And you have to speak to those other people, say, hey, I can't take this burden, I can't take this responsibility on. Or if it's a child or something like that, you have to manage that wisely, okay, so that you do not lose this abundant opportunity that's developing for you in your life, okay? And ask for help if you need it. So this has been your forensic analysis, Taurus. Please consider subscribing to the YouTube page and please consider becoming a Patreon member. I really do hope the reading helped you. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, so that has been your reading. I really hope it was beneficial, uplifting, and will be able to help you in your day-to-day. Thank you for being here, and I wish you all the best. Bye.